and welcome to Behind the Meme, where we take a look at the meaning and the origin of your favorite memes. Today we have a look at Rule 34. Now, some of my viewers who are a bit sensitive to sexual content may want to skip this video and wait for the next one, because this one is X-rated.
You've been warned!
Oh yeah! But I promise you the next one will not be. But for the rest of you perverts, here we go. There are many meme type images that often speak of what is known as Rule 34. After seeing a handful of these memes, it quickly becomes apparent to what Rule 34 is. Porn. Rule 34 is a part of what is known as the rules of the internet.
You see it. That's what we're talking about today. Rule 34. Are you all ready? Let's get it. 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 Let's get it.
Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.
We're getting our mind right and our body tight. Let's get back to what they were saying about Rule 34.
Which you may be able to guess is a set of random rules that apply to the internet. With a quick look at these rules, it becomes apparent that they are more so humorous than serious. Although there are a select few who takes them very seriously, the majority of the internet looks at them humorously. The concept of creating rules for the internet first began on the 4chan image board around early 2006, with the first documented entry on Encyclopedia Dramatica coming later that year. Over the next few years, the concept spread like wildfire, appearing on various websites across the internet, especially within forum communities who would sometimes add their own rules that only applied to their website. With so many websites adopting the humorous but sometimes serious use of the rules, it wasn't long before they became a common reference and joke of the internet. While many of the rules have changed over time to fit the specific need of certain communities,
Let's check out some of those rules. We're going to be only talking about Rule 34, but while we're here, let's see what's up. Okay, so Rule 27, always questions a person's sexual preference without any real reason. Okay, all right, let's see. Copy paste. Rule 22, copy paste is made to ruin every last bit of originality. Maybe, I don't know, y'all, I do a lot of copy and pasting. Reaction channel is kind of copy and pasting is, right? Don't matter. It's Rule 34 we're talking about. We're not focusing on anything else today. Rule 34. Let's see, relation to the original, this Rule 25, relation to the original topic decreases with every single post. It's like telephone, the more the message keeps spreading, the less it sounds like the original message. You start off with, I want some pancakes, and at the end of the message, by the time it makes it around the whole entire classroom, you get, I want to go to the bathroom. How'd that happen? I don't know, but that's just that. These are the internet rules. These are just communication rules. The internet rules are communication rules. Rule 34. Let's get it. Let's keep finding out.
one rule has always stayed the same, Rule 34. As you can clearly see, Rule 34 states, there is a porn of it, no exceptions. So now that we know what Rule 34 is,
y'all kind of get what he's saying? If something exists, if it's a pen, there can be a porn version of it. There's porn of whatever is out there. That's what Rule 34 is. And it tends to do a lot. They do a lot of cartoon ones. Calvin and Hobbes, I think pretty much that's how it all started. Somebody discovered like Rule 34 pornographic meme of Calvin and Hobbes, and the rest is Rule 34 history. Let's keep it going. Roll that footage.
And a bit of its history, the only question left is it true? Is there really a porn of anything we can think of on the internet? Let's find out. Alright, so I'm going to search for random topics and see if there are actually porns online. Obviously, some of these images are going to have to be censored because YouTube rules, penises, vaginas, you guys know how it works. Alright, you guys, so I looked up car porn and this came up. Does this qualify as car?
Okay, so that's what we're doing. What is going on? Why does things have to be sexual? A car! What is going on? I don't get it. I understand people love sex and sex sells. A car? A whole car? All right, whatever. Yeah. We'll keep talking.
Porn? It kind of looks like they're having sex, but I don't know if there's anything being inserted anywhere, so I don't know if it's technically sex, but it's kind of like sex. But if that first one wasn't considered porn, this one's considered porn because it literally has a gigantic penis on the side of the car. I had to blur it, but trust me you guys, it's a gigantic penis. So I searched McDonald's porn and this came up. I grew up with Ronald. I always thought he was a friendly guy, but this picture completely changes that image. You guys are just gonna have to take my word for it because I had to censor.
That doesn't look like Ronald. That looks like grown man Ronald. You see that right here? That looks like grown man. They were having Ronald look like a gigolo, like he's a pimp. That is not the Ronald McDonald I know. Come on. Real 34 people. Who, you know what? Okay. We're going to talk more, but who are these people creating this? So you go out and you see a pencil and you're like, I need to make a porn of it. And I'm going to draw two pencils. This is a pen. Two pens in a compromising position. I see French fries. I see Ronald McDonald and Burger King, the king of burger. And I'm, oh, woo. Oh. Do you want? So that's Ronald McDonald, Burger King, and Wendy's. The depravity. What is wrong? What is the point? Okay.
Censor the majority of the picture because what they're doing is very graphic, but trust me, this qualifies as porn. You guys, I looked up Dat Boy porn. I thought there was no way in the world they could sexualize a frog on a unicycle, but I was wrong. Damn, there goes the internet yet again ruining my childhood. I looked up Pokemon porn and other pictures came up, but this is the most suitable image that I can show you guys. There is a live action Pokemon porn parody, and this is the Pikachu in that movie.
That is not Pikachu. That looks like a demon. Yellow. Like a burnt sunset? I don't know what that looks like. That looks like a lemon that's just been through hard times. That's what that looks like to me. No way. Are people really doing this? What?
Tell me this is at least not the third or fourth scariest thing you have seen this week.
It's the first.
That face is a face
first, not the
of
third or
nightmares. I don't even think that's a face that a mom could love. Wait, does Pikachu even have a mom, or is Ash...
This is the first scariest thing I've seen this week. I'm gonna have some nightmares tonight. Close your eyes, guys. Close
Pikachu's mom in some weird way. You know what? I'm getting off the topic. The point that I'm trying to make is that yes, there is a Pokemon porn, and it is terrifying. Rule 34 spares nobody. I searched Harambe porn and this came up. Let me just say Harambe seems to support hashtag dicks out for Harambe. Well, damn. Today we learned two things. Not only is Rule 34 true, but the internet is a pretty wacky and messed up place. I feel kind of dirty and scarred and like I
feel dirty and scarred. What is going... Okay, so this is what happened here. Sex is actually the only activity where you're connected to another human being. The only one. And these people are trivializing it. They're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's no big deal. A pencil can do it. A car can do it. The McDonald's mascot can do it. So it's no big deal. You think nothing of it and you go ahead and you do it. And guess what? STDs, pregnancy, life ruined, taking sex from people that wasn't giving it to you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That is what happens when they trivialize it. And what is the point? Why are they doing it? What kind of sickos are out there to think that you're going to sexualize Ronald McDonald? Let's see what Professor Lando has to say about this. He has a guest actually featuring Nux. Let me give another. Yeah, y'all can't see him real good. Okay, there we go. That's a better view. Let's see what they had to say.
I'm glad you've asked this question. I would say that much like how only a small sliver of the percentage of insect species were discovered in the world, I would go as far as to say that only a small sliver of Rule 34 porn has yet to be revealed as well.
Right. It's like,
So there are people out there just making these stuff. Maybe they keep it for their own personal library. Their friends come over. Look what I made. I made Rule 34 of Naruto. I made Rule 34 of Goku. Gross, disgusting perverts. Let's continue.
it's like the
We
Amazon
are-
rainforest, right?
Absolutely. We are just at the precipice of a utopia of World 34. I really think it's important for the public to understand much more about Rule 34. Like, I'm still pretty sure that people are unaware that Rule 34 is because 3 plus 4 is 7, and the 7th commandment is thou shalt not commit adultery. Showing you how
Right.
basically we're throwing away three-dimensional.
Say that again?
Pretty sure that people are unaware that Rule 34 is because 3 plus 4 is 7, and the 7th commandment is thou shalt not commit adultery. Showing you
I see what's happening. I mean, do you all believe in good and evil? Devil, the devil, God, bad, good. Do you all believe in that? There is a war, a mortal combat going on the planet. And if God has made something, guaranteed the devil is going to find a way to pervert it. Rule 34, 3 plus 4 equals 7. The 7th commandment, do not commit adultery. And this, listen, I know Christianity is blah, blah, blah. Why they gotta be all Christian-y? What's going on? Listen, the commandments, they're not meant to be oppressive. They are meant to give you that happy life that you want. Wellness plus wisdom equals happiness. That's what the commandment's trying to. All them happiness that you say, the meaning of life is happiness. That's what everybody says. And that's what the majority of people say that and want happiness. And that is what the commandment give you. Rule 34 is saying, forget that. Adultery, what? You can do whatever you want. Start with a pencil. Start with Ronald McDonald. Start with anime characters, Pokemon. And it builds from there. Just trivializing sex in your mind. So you go for it. So adultery, what? No big deal. That's the plan. And before you know it, you're on the wrong side of Earth's fate. You're heading down the road to being scarred and burned at the end of the time here on Earth. All right, so that was Dr. Lando. They said some other things too. I'm gonna link the videos there. There is another part of it I really do want for us to look at also. It's a 13-minute video. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. We are gonna check out this next part together though. Let's go.
I am glad you asked. Rule 34, again, the reason why it is so powerful, and I believe it, the Planck's constant holds true, is because Rule 34, to its core, started off as a meme. So, you got people fapping to actual Teen Titans, why not actually make porn of it?
Right.
And I do believe that that is where it all came from. And since
okay, so now he's getting to a theory. Nux, thank you, Nux. I appreciate it. He's getting into a theory of where this may have come from. So you have people fapping, masturbating to Teen Titans. And they're like, you know, why don't I kind of kick it up a notch? Let me make these characters look like something that somebody that you'd want to do some stuff too. You know, let's take the fantasy to the other level. And it started out as a meme, and he says, and now it's a thing with everything, apparently. Here we go.
It stemmed from this meme. It's all based on actual things that people have been fapping to. It's just, let's explicify it. Whereas hentai is its own original creation, and it's beautiful in its own way, like the way Dropout discusses capitalism gone too far, and so many more intellectual pursuits in the...
So what he's talking about is hentai. I had never heard of it before this, and I just kind of put two and two together, and hearing what people said there and there, and came to the actualization, because, you know, Dr. D Nice is a whole doctor, and she's smart, that hentai is like pornographic cartoons, like drawn in cartoon style, and it's porn. It's not a regular cartoon like Naruto. That's just meant to be a cartoon with a moral of the story. And I love Naruto, by the way. As a matter of fact, here. I actually got my Aleve headband right here. Should I keep it on? Nah, I'll save it for another video. But, you know, Naruto is there, just a regular old cartoon. Then there's this hentai that is a cartoon specifically made in a sexual pornographic way. But Rule 34 will turn Naruto into a sexual pornographic way. I'm sure there's Rule 34 Naruto. I'm not even gonna Google it because I'm not gonna let it damage my thoughts on Naruto that way. Naruto is an amazing anime, and it will stay dirtied in my mind.
The worlds of hentai, and that's wonderful. It doesn't hit that meme component that it's all based on the twisted fetishes of man.
It's sort of a taboo type feeling, like maybe.
I like that. Twisted fetishes. That's exactly what it is. There is something that Professor Lando talked about that I really thought we should look into too. Let's see it right here.
Yes, that's a very important point. It's like, if, for example, if Starfire and Raven were constantly shown in like very skimpy and also very sexual scenarios, let's say, I would say that the Rule 34 fervor for them would be not as much. Same thing with Frankie from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Right? If in the source material, if Frankie was just a big slut, I would surmise to say you'd be less interested in the Rule 34. But it's because of the taboo, not necessarily taboo, but the dichotomy of its innocence drives.
Yes. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna disagree with Professor Lando. I'm gonna tell you what he's saying here. What he's saying is that because these Teen Titan characters don't exist, they're innocence to them right now. Because that innocence is there. This is me with over Professor Lando's head now. I'm gonna tell you exactly what this man needs to say. Okay, Professor Lando, I'm you. I need to get a... Yeah, it looks like it's me. It's him talking now. Now, what we're trying to say is, no, that is not what would happen if they were already in a sexual form. What will happen if they were already in a sexual form, people will escalate that to the next level. That's what humans do. They're not happy with the same old normal thing. Everything has to be taken up to that next level. That's what they're doing. It's no. If they were already sexualized, it'll just be from X-rated to X-rated to XXXX-rated to XXXX. infinitesimal. You see what happens now? I don't even watch porn like that. But okay, I've talked to you all before. What happens is there's like this excitement in people to watch this. It's like you're drawn to it and you're not. You're drawn to it and you're not. And you're looking through one eye. It's like watching a public execution. Unfortunately, the victims of porn are oftentimes people that are trafficked. They're oftentimes people that are drugged out. They don't necessarily want to be there. They're depressed. They're anxious. These are people with problems. And they're there faking it till they're making it just for you all's enjoyment. And what happens is, you ever listen to their story? Okay, they start off, well, I'm just gonna only do topless. You see, watch one of them documentaries. I'm not playing. I'll only do topless, and then okay, well, I'll only do girl heterosexual, and then they take it to, okay, well, I'll do male, female, and a girl involved. I'll do a threesome, but I don't want to be the one that gets anything put in. They all of a sudden, bit by bit by bit, before you know it, they are hardcoring it. Listen to some of those stories that those people say. So, Professor Lando, you are wrong, dude. If those things already existed,
I understand what you're saying.
More.
I completely understand. There's this awkward balance, this vector, I'd even go as far as to say.
Okay.
Where on one side of the scale, if they're not sexualized at all, then there isn't going to be that much Rule 34 of them. And if they're over-sexualized, well, then there's no need for Rule 34 of them. It really needs to hit that sweet spot.
That sweet that perhaps you say.
No. Did you not see that? Professor Lando. Did you not see they sexualized a pencil? Did you not see it? So you're saying that if they're slightly sexualized already, then they won't do it? They will. Look at porn. Back in the day, there was just Playboy. It looked like a bathing suit catalog. Now, man, come on, Professor Lando. You're a smart guy. You dig into stuff. You know better. You think deeper. Or maybe he's just making it feel not as bad as it needs to be. Anyway, yeah, listen, guys. Here's the thing. I'm gonna wrap this up here. We're wisdomteethingers. You're trying to be well, wise, and happy. This is the stuff that is going to destroy your happiness. You'll spend your time. You spend money that you don't have. You in high school, where you getting money from like that? You will spend everything. You will lose everything just to be fapping, as they say, to this material. And it'll take away your life. You don't know how to make no friends no more. You don't really know how to go out there, meet a girl, meet a guy, because you're fantasizing over a cartoon character. Okay, I'm not laughing at you all, because I understand these things trap you. They're meant to trap you. But do you understand what you're doing? This is a cartoon character. This is something that came out somebody's head. They drew this picture to capture your attention, and you are fine with it. You are making out to a cartoon character. Make that make sense. I'm getting excited here now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even doing this to a real human being is bad enough, but to a cartoon character, you go. If this is you, I'm gonna pray for you all, because I understand that these things are really made to suck you in, to suck your life out, your life force from out of you. You will not be happy. Tell me the truth. You're sitting in your room flapping, whatever the word is, to cartoon characters. There is no way you feel good about yourself after this. Don't let these people steal your joy. Don't do it. I know it's hard. I know it's irresistible, because it's intriguing. It appeals to sexuality, especially young guys. You're naturally built to be drawn to sex. That's just how God made you. And people are capitalizing on that. They want to ruin your life and they don't get nothing out of it. It's like they purposely want to hurt you. Man. All right, friends, I'm out. I'm done. Don't fall for this. Rule 34, it's out there. I've told you enough about it. If you want to be curious and go after it, more power to you. Wise people learn from other people's advice, and they don't need to experience it for themselves. I'm out. All right. Y'all want me to play the song? I think this would be a perfect time to play the song. Let's play it.
Wisdomteethinger, lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and Fount is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Phones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight.
Here we go. Let's do it together. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your